All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Black America, the enemy within. I think because it's Martin Luther King's Day, I want to be more honest, and we need to have this discussion. I'm sure eventually it'll pop up with other people, but we have an enemy within our own community. You know, let's go back as far as time. Our brothers in Africa sold us into slavery. That we still black. That's the enemy within mentality. Brothers on a ship try to revolt. Brothers and sisters sell people out and keep us in slavery. The enemy within. Brothers on a plantation decides let's have a revolt. Brothers within the plantation, house Negro, field Negro, or two field Negroes who have a difference of opinion, wants to keep us in bondage. The enemy within. Um, Brother wants to go into business for himself after all that's over with. One brother does good, the other brother undermines him and saying, "Oh, your ice ain't colder than the white guy's ice, so y'all shouldn't go over there. Y'all should go with him." So you sabotage your own brother with word of mouth. Nobody messes with him, and his business goes under. The 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 um the enemy within. Brother invents something, and you make sure that you get somebody else to take credit for it. The enemy within. All right, brothers like Emmett Till dies, white man come hang him. Brothers go, pick him out, point him out, and show who he is. Yes, sir, boss, it's him over there. The enemy within. Same thing with the Black Panther Party, killing Fred Hampton. They had to have inside help with that too. Same thing with the assassination of Martin Luther King. We're paying the brothers to riot in that city before to bring them out there in the first place. They had to have brothers help with that. Same thing with paying brothers to kill not Martin Luther King but Malcolm X. Same kind of scenario. We have an enemy within our community. Same people who the Black Panther Party, if you don't know, have factions out that spread out. That's why you have Bloods, Crips. Basically, a lot of these black gangs in origins in the beginning were actually subsidiaries of the Black Panther Party in these neighborhoods. And they got corrupted by the enemy within, so now they're drug dealing, gun running criminal organizations that used to stand up for the community because of the enemy within. The problem with the enemy within is that we have a push and push back method of dealing with the enemy within, because we have a certain segment of our community that's like, nah, we're not taking this no more. Then we have another section of our community that's like, no, you can't, don't do nothing to them. They don't know what they're doing. Forgive them for they not know what they do. They know exactly what they're doing, and you know what they're doing because you're benefiting from it. You see, when the brothers can kill brother Malcolm, Malcolm's dead. They're alive. They went off to jail and they can get out of jail. And people act like, oh, he's an old man now. He's sorry for what he did. I don't give a fuck. String that bitch up. He know what he deserved. Get him. Let him on fire. That's what he deserved. The brothers who made sure Emmett Till got killed at 13. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I had to run away and I got to hide my face. You shouldn't be alive. You shouldn't have had made it this long. At all. At all. You shouldn't have been able to have kids and maybe have a wife and people marry you and love you for that. No, no, no. The brothers who decided that they wanted to come out of jail, get in these gangs and flood the community with dope, and then all of a sudden, I'm going to change my life around. As much shit as you destroyed, as many households as you destroyed, as many futures as you destroyed, you want redemption in fixing that, which to a degree is a redeemable quality. But you're not to be trusted. You don't trust the person who burnt down the house with rebuilding it rather. You know, We have got to address our enemy within, and we have got to address the people who are aiding, benefiting, and having and showing cover to the enemy within. Because 9 times out of 10, the police and the government are helping those people too. Because as far back as you can go, there was some quote unquote figure of authority or somebody that wasn't our color who had to benefit from this dissension. And you had these fools who wanted to to throw us under the bus for their own self-survival, as if their children and children's children were going to benefit from that. For anybody who watches movies, the last Transformer movie, remember the guy? They had a section of people who were rich and they were working for Megatron, and they were going to make the whole world slaves. But these few people were going to live free and clear of slavery. Now, mind you, these people were middle-aged and up, so they was going to die. But they just did all of this to make sure that when it happened, they can be safe and eat grapes and fruit and vegetable and party and have sex. And if you sat down and think about it, and if you put yourself in that position, you would say, okay, they lived okay while everybody else was in bondage, but don't they realize their family's gonna be in bondage, their kids gonna be in bondage? They didn't give a fuck, as long as it didn't happen to them. And that's our enemy within. They don't care what happens to the rest of us or their own. Same thing with people like Thomas Jefferson. When I hate when people bring up that Thomas Jefferson loved this lady. If he loved that lady so much, she wouldn't have been, and her kids that were his kids wouldn't have still been slaves. He don't give a he never gave a shit about them. But the enemy within believed, and still believe that they are, for some irony, because they're on the wrong side of history, but on the right side of the comforts of life. Even though they destroy their own lives and lives that come from them, or lives that are associated with them. So, I mean, I wish we didn't have to have this kind of discussion. I wish I didn't have to talk about something like this. But the reality is, I do. We need to watch our enemy within, and we need to deal with them. Peace.